69 degrees our high temperature today in Flagstaff, 6 degrees above the average high temperature for this date. 83, the record high set way back in 1950, and possible to get really cold around here, although we haven't seen too much really hard cold temperatures. 9 degrees, the record low set back in 1969. Haven't seen any precipitation around here in weeks and weeks, and these two numbers growing ever so closely together, where we're way above average now. That average is creeping up on us. All right, a bit on the windy side out there today as well. We put it into motion here with the water vapor imagery. It just shows this trough of low pressure, not a lot of moisture associated with it. There is a weak cold front on the southern end to the north of us here in Arizona, and this is the National Weather Service's rendition of the cold front. I would make this a stationary front, because it's not coming into Arizona. It's really going nowhere. It'll be still draped just off to our north tomorrow for another breezy day as this slow-moving, broad trough of low pressure slowly makes its way towards the Rocky Mountain states. And it was a very windy day with this thing moving through in California. Obviously, the big news out there, these devastating wildfires. And the smoke is just incredible from those. And I thought that was my next map, but my map for tomorrow is the high temperatures, and you can just tell from the colors. I know the numbers are very small to see. The cold air is cooped up behind that cold front, not making its way into Arizona. Our temperatures are doing nothing, and really if you look across the country, temperatures, and you can just tell by the temperature band colors that very mild fall temperatures across the entire lower 48, with the exception of where that cold front is, and some high temperatures up here in the northern Rockies, up around Idaho and eastern Oregon, high temperatures in the 30s and 40s for tomorrow, but not a lot of change for us here, and some very hot temperatures off the Gulf Coast there. Okay, now let's talk about those wildfires and take a look at that map out from California, because the smoke is so intense out there with I don't know, it's up to about a dozen fires up here in the Napa, Sonoma area. The winds have been cranking out of the north today. This whole area was in a red flag warning. 190,000 acres have burned, 3,500 structures. And watch what happens with these smoke plumes cranking off the North Bay. Oh, come on, let's go back. Let's try to see it. Wanted to put it in motion. Put it in motion. There we go. And you can see the smoke plumes coming off of these fires here and just going out to sea, which is a little bit better than the last couple days where it's been really pushing down into the Central Valley, but still just very poor air quality for much of California. Okay, let's take a look at the visible satellite from Arizona. Not a lot to see really, but it's a good looking image and there's nothing going on, so let's just have a look at it. This is just from about a half hour ago. Flagstaff right about here, not a cloud in the sky across the region. What can we see on this? This is a great satellite image you can see on the National Weather Service page. Notice the Colorado River, the outline of the Grand Canyon, the darker areas, the forested areas, the Kaibab Plateau, the Coconino National Forest. You can see some of the Mogollon Rim in there. We can see the Little Colorado River if we take a really closer look, but not a cloud in the sky. It's quiet out there. Current temperatures right now across the region, it's 75 down in Sedona, 66 in Prescott, 73 in Winslow. For us, current look outside, 61 right now at Pulliam Airport. The wind already diminishing from that pretty windy day, and it'll continue to do so here during the overnight. Early morning low forecast to be just above freezing for us here in Flagstaff. Tomorrow, almost carbon copy of today, just a smidge less windy, and we'll continue with that trend as we get into the weekend. Less wind and a very user-friendly weekend to get outside. 83 Sedona tomorrow, 78 Prescott, 78 Payson. And a look at the numbers here. There's barely even a cloud to put in this extended forecast. Call it breezy out there tomorrow, and much less so going into the weekend with some cold early mornings over the weekend, but still plenty of sunshine and great chances to get out.